Didn't Foodie Beauty once say something along the lines of if your partner's in a different area code, state, or country, and you hooked up with somebody, it didn't count as cheating? Didn't she once say that? Has anybody checked to see if Salah's on Tinder yet? Anyways, let's start with the intro. Hi, you guys. Oh, the song.
Just breathing the day, yeah, making waves, kicking ass online, can't behave, laughing in the face of wannabe queens, living off memes and caffeine dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream. Tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel her wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth
I'm
for
not making
all
it.
to share. Girl world shaking under her reign,
It's
feel
okay.
her wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel her wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream.
I kind of knew I wasn't muted, but I didn't really care at the same time because, like, all at once, you guys, my AirPods decided to not connect to my laptop, and then my computer's fan started blowing because I didn't have it under the little, like, table thing that I use. Anyways, so I had to, like, throw myself over, grab the table. Anyways, it was a whole process. Good morning! Good morning, everybody! Okay, hold on. Let me get my cartoon self off the screen. Hello, Free the People. Hello, Lori. Have a good run. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Joe, Rosalia, Nick, hello, Moonface, Different Sage. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Hello, hello. So press one if you thought Foodie Beauty was in Canada. When the rest of us were saying, well, she might be still in Kuwait, press one if you were Team Canada. Because, hey, Rainbow Road, hello, Mark. Because if you thought she was in Canada this whole time, she was. Apparently, she left like the day after she found out Paz was going to report her, you guys. So she was live yesterday for like 6 hours. She raged. She ate. Apparently, she was really effing high. What else happened? She has a new apartment, a new number. She's getting a new cat. Oh, you guys, she's supposed to get a new cat on Friday. What happened with Julia? Okay, I know I'm like all over the place. We're eventually going to get to Twitter, you guys. But what happened with Julia? Because Foodie Beauty said yesterday. Oh, by the way, she has no car, no furniture. I think she might have a bed, but that's about it. She said in her live that Salah is no longer in Kuwait. So what happened to Julia? She's abandoned 3 cats now, and she's getting a new one on Friday. But I did see on Twitter, Girl World, I think already found Smokey the cat. So if that is in fact the Smokey that's supposed to go home with Foodie Beauty Friday, I think people will already notify the person of Foodie Beauty's animal abuse. No, she doesn't. I know she doesn't need any more cats. Erin, hey, the way she gets cats is just shady, right? Yeah, she's getting another cat apparently. Okay, is the sound okay, you guys? Because I don't have my AirPods. I'm using my backup ones, but I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't get them to connect. So if it sounds weird, just know it's not always going to be like this, okay? It's not always going to sound like this. I think that's like a quick summary. She's back in Canada, new apartment, new phone. But people think she might have a roommate because she was being weird about showing her apartment. She said she had anxiety about being doxxed. I think she's renting a room, maybe, possibly, or Pizza's her roommate, and she doesn't want us to know just yet. She doesn't have a car. I just really want to drive that point home because she has shaded me so long for not driving, right? I did drive at one point, and then I just decided to not renew my license and use my two legs. I don't know, it's worked wonders for my health. Anyways, she has given me so much shit for not driving. And I think it's funny that she doesn't have a car. She's always like, at least I have a car. No, you don't, bitch. You don't even have a couch right now. You have no furniture. You don't even have a man. No cups. Yeah, I heard she was drinking water out of Tupperware. Like, oh my God. I'm so happy that she's in Canada and I'm in the red room. STT is here. High ceiling in Canada. Yeah, I heard she was really high yesterday. I thought she mentioned she shares a bathroom. See, so what are the odds she's renting a room because she can't afford her own place yet? All I could think was, is she sharing shit disease with people? Oh gosh, I hope they know about her STDs. Samara, hello, hello. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go to Twitter. I have so many tweets and clips and thoughts and opinions and everything to show you guys. It's been one big party over on Twitter. I'm sorry I couldn't go live yesterday. When I got the news that she popped up in Canada, I had all these people here. Like, we're gonna have construction going. Like, it's gonna be a couple months long. But, but anyways, I had all these people here and there was no way to cover it. So if she's ever live for 6 hours and there's people here fixing the closet in the bathroom, then I'll recap it in the morning or as soon as I can, kind of a thing. It has a central laundry room. He deserves her the most he does. Is she in a motel? Maybe. No, I didn't. Well, let me see. Okay, let's go to Twitter, you guys, and I'll show you all the clips I have. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm happy we don't have to see Salah anymore. We don't have to hear Crazy Frog anymore. It's really going to be a good time. So I think it's only a matter of time before the hijab comes off. She's going to be back to rolling down hills, stalking somebody. She'll find a new love interest to stalk. Canada was so much more interesting than Kuwait. So I'm excited to go back to all her shenanigans. I am. Okay, so everybody was announcing, oh my gosh, Foodie Beauty's back in Canada. Moon Goddess Tarot said, I told y'all from day one, she is in Canada begging. And here we go. Oh, yeah. You know how we thought we saw her arm in somebody's picture? It was like on her mom's Facebook. It was on somebody's Facebook, right? And we thought we saw her head in the balloon. She ended up admitting during her live yesterday that that was her in the picture. So we were right. We were right. Kristen said Foodie is live pushing memberships and her super chat goal. You can watch live, and I'm not going to read the rest. I don't want to give people a reason to report me. But apparently, there's another place you can go to watch. It's right there on the screen for your information. Wait, what did her goal say? 10 yellow super chats for what? To buy you a couch? Oh, it doesn't say. Well, Lovely said she's been gone for 2 weeks, and the first thing she does is ask for money. I know, shocking for her. She hasn't updated her visors once, or even told them she's safe. But grifting money, of course she's gonna do that. God, how does she have members? I have no idea. Oh, before I forget, you guys, the legal mindset is gonna be covering Foodie Beauty again this morning. I believe it's set for 9:30 Eastern. So you might want to set your notifications for that. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Always snitching on herself. Yeah, you know how for like the past 2.5, 3 years, we've had to hear like how in love they are and he's her soulmate and blah, blah, blah. She'd do anything for her man. Anyways, she really tried to like really sell the point that they were so in love, they'd do anything for each other. She left him to deal with all with the legal stuff. She left him. How in love can you be if you leave your husband behind? By the way, how in love can you be if you're so happy to be away from your husband, your cat, what you considered home? Remember all the shit she talked about Canada and how Kuwait was so much better, and that was her home now? She left it all in a second. Repo Widow said, oh wait, tired AF. Okay, I read that one. Let's go, Repo said. Nina said Salah and Julia are safe somewhere. She was waiting for them to be safe before coming online. Where do you think Salah went? Thailand? I don't know that he'd like willingly go to Syria. It sounded like he's hiding. Where do you guys think he went? He got away finally from her. I bet he planned it. It honestly wouldn't surprise me at this point. It wouldn't. She would sing Meatloaf, but she hated it. Hey, Bunny. Where's Julia? I know. Okay, Moonface said I'm thinking Thailand. Where's Julia? I don't know. I hope Paz Kuwait doesn't have her. That is what I do know. Um, I doubt if he left somewhere, he took her. But then she said during her live yesterday too that they got Julia's vaccines and microchipped and all that. What if Julia's really the cat she's getting Friday? But how did she get Julia to her? I don't know. I hope Julia's okay. I hope she's okay. I can't think about it too long because like there's literally nothing I could do and it's sad and fucked up and I wish Foodie Baby would stop getting animals. I wish she would stop getting animals, but she won't. Jane said, glad to see Cutie in Canada for her scheduled visa run. Will she return to her sweet love? No, she can't. Will she be allowed after all the scandals? She truly is a roach. I don't think she's allowed there anymore. She refers to herself as a fugitive now, and she's very proud of that. Nick booked it out of there and left him to deal with the car, fart box, and consequences. Yeah, if he wasn't such a shitty, horrible person, I'd feel bad for him. But I mean, it kind of gives me life that the rapist is in all kinds, or the guy who wants to rape people, I'm sorry, is in all kinds of trouble and is in hiding. Well, supposedly, I don't. He could have staged this all. At this point, I would believe that. I would. Pizza of Shit on Twitter does really good recaps. I was going to read the recap of the 6 hour live with you, but if I read the whole recap in one thread, then what's the point of like the rest of Twitter, right? So the rest of Twitter, just take my word for it. It's all the clips you could possibly need, information, everything. Everything. Nick, thank you for being a member for 5 months again. I don't know if I said that, but I meant to. I love you. I love you. The fugitive. It costs thousands of dollars to fly a cat internationally. So she's not paying for that. She's not. She looks bigger than ever. Doesn't she? Hold on. Let me make this bigger. Everybody was saying, they're like, Foodie's live. She looks like shit. She truly does. Poop Olympic said new apartment in Canada and a new phone number. All right, I think we should go full screen for this. Poppy, hey! How are you? Hold on, let me fix that. Hey, Firewall, thank God the chat was on subscriber only, so my distracted brain finally found out I wasn't one. Well, that's good. All right, let me play this clip from the beginning. Oh, we haven't even watched it yet. I'm not awake yet, clearly.
I am live from my own freaking apartment. I'm in my bedroom. Okay, here's what happened. So that I got, yeah. All right, so
She's high.
you know, when my last live, I was kind of like, 1-800 number. Who's that?
Tricky Vicky, I wrote you back.
I don't start. You get a phone number and the 1-800 number start pouring in. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta change.
She's renting a room. It almost gives me. Have you ever rented a room in a sober living? It almost gives me that vibe. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's a bunch of people renting rooms there. But then how is she live for 6 hours? I don't know. I feel like she's renting a room. She does look rough. Okay, hold on. I want to look at these comments. New apartment, new number, new STD incoming. Jennifer V said, who got her that place? She can't get one in her name. Mrs. Ruby said, please tell me Salah and her are over. How the fuck can she afford a new apartment? Isn't housing in high demand in Canada? How did she get one? Do they check your credit if you rent a room? I think she's renting. I think so too. She's already doxxed. To high heaven she is? I didn't see it. Holy shit, maybe for the people. Is that why she's successfully been hiding? Huh. Ash Renee said Salah's gonna be broke. Hold on. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Salah's gonna be broke when she doesn't send him his paycheck this month. Oh yeah, what's he gonna do? Oh well. Nolan Boyd said, and still in the hijab, another obvious sign that it's a costume. I think she just put it on for the live. Sonata, Smoky Cat is on Insta. Yes, Toronto Cat Rescues on it. Good. Okay. I did see something like that about that on Twitter, but I heard people thought that they found the wrong cat because Foodie had said it was a tabby, and I think they were saying the Smoky on the Instagram was like a blue Russian. But then what are the odds Foodie lied about what the cat was to throw us off? Either way, thank you so much for the super chat, Sonata. I've been loving seeing you come around. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And eventually we're going to get to a tweet and I'll show it to you. See, I didn't hear the part where she described the cat. I just know his name is Smokey. And I think she said it had a lot of problems or a lot of needs. How does a woman that's 900 pounds, that doesn't like to bathe or shower, can't take care of herself, won't even take medication properly? Like, how is she supposed to take care of a cat that has extra needs? Jolene said, let the good times roll, baby. Oh, I want to hear that song now. Ambrielle said, looks like a hotel. Okay. Okay. I've never been to Canada, but I know in some cities, because I've used in them, they have I don't know, most people would call them like crack dens or crack houses, but really shady ass motels where you can stay there for a long time because it's dirt cheap. Is she in a place like that? They don't check your credit. That room looks really too small for her. She said the cat was obese. She's in Vancouver. Cat is being delivered. She is also thinking of changing its name. It's 6 years old. That's so wrong. I hate her. I haven't said that yet today. I hate her. Rubber Band said she's still wearing her ring after fleeing Kuwait. Friendly reminder, if this person, Rubber Band, has ever DM'd you and said that I'm talking shit about you, it's something they've done for a year. They like to tell people I'm talking shit about them in my Discord. They've never been in my Discord. Anyways, let's keep going. Ash Renee said Salah's going to be broke when she doesn't send him his paycheck. We read that one. Let the good times roll. Read that one. Surrey Maple Dragon said, how? How is she affording this? Oh my God, not fucking fair. Well, if it's like one of the motels that I used to use at, they're not very expensive. Renting a room, I mean, it just depends on the area, seriously. I feel like some places they'll charge you like 500, and some places it'll be like $1,000 just to rent a small room with a window. So I mean, it really just depends. Either way, maybe Adam is paying for it now out of his legal fund. I don't know. Samantha said, so what? She just left Salah to deal with the shit in Kuwait. What a mess. Yeah. And that tells me that whatever they had isn't very real, right? She got out of Kuwait the second she could. The second she found out that she could be in trouble, she said, fuck you, Salah. It's each man for themselves or whatever. And she left. Stupid, hey, did I notice when talking on her property, she kept saying, we, not I live here? Hey, not Foodie Beauty. Oh, you're afraid of people. Just kidding. Hello. She's in Cornwall. She has nothing. So, of course, in your family because no one else but Teardrop cares. F him, but that's a bitch move. It is. The cat is one Pete's is going to be cat sitting, not her. She's also renting with someone else, as kept saying we moved in today. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe or the feeling that she's renting a room. I've done that in sober living. You have to pay like $800 basically for a bed that like, and you share a room with sometimes one person, sometimes other people. I've lived that life many times. She's gonna be, oh my God, Foodie's gonna be the person that steals everybody's food. I'm not saying she's in a sober living, right? But like, even if you're renting a room, there's places where there's like apartments or houses where multiple people are renting out rooms there. She will be that one person to steal your food. You're going to go in for your box of cereal in the cabinet and it's going to be gone. Then you're going to go to the fridge for milk and that's going to be gone too. She's not going to be wherever she is for long. Alex Shook said, Foodie is alive! Maggie said, the Kuwait arc is over. She's back in Canada. Can I just take this moment to say that I am so fucking happy the Kuwait arc is over? I hated it there. It felt like torture being there with her. I am so happy to be back in Canada. I have your mom's emotional support carrot said she looks like shit and is fake happy. From the clips I saw, there were moments where she was definitely happy, which was odd to me. Like, she's supposedly in love with Salah. They were supposedly married, and she's happy and getting high. I feel like if I was married and I had to leave my husband and my animals, I would probably be bawling my eyes out. Hey, Janet, maybe Pete. Freedom, hello, hello. She does look terrible, Missy. I concur, Breezy. Yes, she already had Canada phone. Okay, Freya said, Foodie is live from her new apartment in Canada. She doesn't fit in Kuwait. Julia and Salah are safe, but she won't say where. After the live where she found out about Pa's Kuwait, she told him to book her a trip to Canada. She is a bit medicated. A bit. Nothing but love said, innocent people don't leave their husband and cat. I'm so sick of her shit, and she's been back for 5 minutes. Still making excuses and blaming others. Yeah, I heard she was raging for a while. She's also, wasn't she mad about the legal mindset covering her? I think she was raging about her haters. I don't know. Whatever she has to say about us, I don't think any of the reaction channels are fugitives. I know I'm not. Look at this couch. People were saying Foodie needs this for her new apartment. It's actually perfect for her. I feel like I would be, well, I don't know. This could be a really good thing or a bad thing. I feel like I would be embarrassed to own this because everybody would assume I just stayed in that one place. And this does seem very lazy to have a microwave right there. But at the same time, then I think back to like the times I was pregnant, this would have come in handy. Like, I should have had this. It just needs a built-in bidet, yes. Be kind, hello. She's a fugitive. Go try to re-enter Kuwait, Foodie. Let's see how fast you're arrested and deported. Is she home renewing her visa? She might be. I don't know. Something tells me she will not ever. She even said she'll never go back to Kuwait. I don't know. I think she's in Canada permanently. Maybe their arrangement is over. Pinky Lee said Chantal wants us to believe she chose to leave Kuwait. Let's be really clear. She fled before any charges were filed. It will likely be true that at minimum she will be banned from returning. She was forced to make this choice, and that is a consequence. She said she's never going back. Yeah, she did say that. I think so too. There. Fugitive? Yes. We need to make a comic book out of her called The Fugitive. I think that would be fun. Wonder Mom said, "How long until the begging for money will not be enough? Canada is not cheap, and even her mom has not that much money." I really hope she's not making her mom pay for anything. Like, at what point do you stop being a burden to your family? Do you know what I mean? Like, she put them through enough. But if she didn't make such stupid decisions, she could have still been working this whole time. Mystic said Foodie Beauty left that night. She did a midnight flight. Wow, she's high and confessing. The criminal queen of Girl World is never going back to Kuwait. Salah and Julia are free. The new cat will be one that Pete's cat sitting for his parents while they're away. For the people said, I think this is going to be just as bad as Kuwait, if not worse. See, I don't think so. I don't think so. There was a time, well, obviously there was a time where Foodie Beauty was interesting because that's how we all started watching. But when she was in Canada, she was making bad decisions at every moment of the day. Whether it was sleeping around town with random men, looking through people's windows, whatever else. Being high out of her mind. She thought she was a drug addict one night. She did too much coke, remember? Anyways, she was always like rolling down hills, flashing us. There was just always something going on. There was a reason to watch. Whereas Kuwait, there was many times I was sitting there. I'm like, why are we sitting here watching her eat and fart and breathe? Like, why are we wasting our time on this? But anyways, I think Canada, it'll just be a matter of time before she takes off the abaya, the hijab, um, and it's going to be back to old times. I just hope she doesn't spread her diseases around anymore. I don't think Canada appreciates that after all, especially after all the shit she's talked about them. We're getting a bedbound arc. I think there's an NDA, and Salah's family paid her to leave and keep quiet about him also. She's going to go downhill fast. Oh, she will. Between the drugs and the food and the men, it's going to be bad. But it'll still be more interesting than Kuwait. Okay, Two Child said, oh, wait. Pizza Shit said, quoting Foodie Beauty, I've never fully lived alone like this, and I've never not had a car. Complaining we could have had such better entertainment if she didn't have to worry about doxing her location. She's high and already hearing noises, claiming her apartment is haunted. That has to be her thing because she just can't admit other people are living there. She tilted the noises are just the floorboards screaming under pressure like they've never felt before. I hope her downstairs neighbors are prepared for an unexpected guest to drop in someday. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Wasn't there an earthquake in Cornwall like a week or two ago? I think that was Foodie literally landing. She caused the earthquake. Oh my gosh, sorry. Sometimes things hit me a million years later. So I'm reading Two Child's tweet and I'm like, oh, remember that one tweet you saw not too long ago? She caused the earthquake, you guys. Your mom's emotional support carrot said, why is Salah absent from the chat, Chantel? Because they're over and he doesn't have to play any games and act like he loves her or cares anymore. He's probably at whatever red room is in whatever country he's in. He's probably at all the red rooms. And she's probably still paying for it. All right, here's a clip. We're going to start getting into a lot of clips, you guys. So Fupa Olympic said, oh, bitch, it's over. If this is the clip I'm thinking of, it was so telling to me.
Yeah. Yes, I still what Esther? I still talk to my husband. I still love him very much. Like we're still married. What did you ask me? Yeah, I hope we stay together. Yeah, I mean we are staying together. Inshallah, like I hope nothing happens. Yeah, Gabrielle. Yeah. Yes, I still what Esther?
The way she said that, I mean, I hope. I mean, if nothing happens, Foodie, he's probably already cheated on you. With men, women, a goldfish, I don't know. Bibles, definitely Bibles.
I still talk to my husband. I still love him very much. Like we're still married. What did you ask me? Yeah, I hope we stay together. Yeah, I mean we are staying.
You are not staying together. She ruined Salah's life. Yeah. Sadly, my theory is that Julia is now a street cat and Salah will turn up as a refugee somewhere in Europe. Oh my gosh. So if you see that man, and you're wearing a cross necklace, put it into your shirt. Definitely don't be carrying the Bible. Don't fart either. He's into all kinds of things: Bibles, crosses, farts, poop. He really likes golden showers. Just be careful of him. He wants to grape women. So said, so she's back in Canada. Ha 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 ha. Sit and spin there, chins. It looks like you just abandoned cat number three because you couldn't keep your fat mouth shut. Bless you for the recap, piece of shit. Yeah, she can't blame us. This was all her decisions, right? She chose to break laws. She chose to disrespect a country she was a visitor in. This is all her fault. All of it. All of it. Your mom's emotional support carrot said Chantal supposedly let the love of her life or left the love of her life and her cat. Why is she not depressed? I'd be inconsolable. I would be too. Hold on, let's look at these replies. She seems relieved almost. Well, the clips I saw. Christina said, I had to go to America for a couple of months on family business. My hubby joined me after 6 weeks. I knew I was going back home and he could come to America whenever he wanted, but I was still gutted. No way does Chantal care when or if she sees Salah again. Well, now she has more money to spend on food at least. Ann Nor said she's flying high as a kite. High as a motherfucker. Box Panda said, I really hope she doesn't get another cat. I hope her new apartment doesn't allow pets. Well, she said she is. It's supposed to happen Friday, but people found the cat Smokey that she's thinking about adopting. So I already saw they were getting comments left for them too. I did happen to see that on Twitter. Girl World Trash said, yeah, this should have been a sad community post about her life getting turned upside down, and she's taking some time to reflect. But then it wouldn't be chins. True. Fashionable, hey! Missy said, hey, she's drinking out of a bowl like the animal she is. Oh my gosh. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody was paying for that too. Seriously. I know she doesn't have any dishes, but if she keeps the drinking water out of a bowl up, we know maybe it's anime again. He has money again. Course 420 said, how many of you can say that you're a fugitive? Zero! Jesus fucking Christ. She really is a fucking smug cockroach. Cunt, they said. Yeah, out of all the things that I've done in my life, I have so many regrets, so many drunken public charges. But one thing I've never done is become a fugitive. So I guess I have that going for me. Deb Deb said, so Flobby Bobby, while being a fugitive, she abandoned yet another cat. She ups and leaves her husband to deal with all the mess she created. I hate her so much. Coming online smug as hell. I love it the most, boys, girls, but let's hope no. It wouldn't surprise me with Salah. He's just fucking weird. Seriously, he's so weird. Love that for her, Missy. Hey, she's drinking. Okay, I read that one. Mean Kitten said so. Foodie Beauty is back in Cornwall in her own place. How long before she gives up on Salah and moves on? So the choices are under 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 2 months, 2 to 6 months, 6 months to a year. Well, I'm assuming she's been sexless the entire time she was in Kuwait, so how much longer can she really wait? I feel like it's going to be under 2 weeks, but what would you guys say? I have emped up but never drank out of a bowl, and I've never been arrested. Well, that's good. Being arrested really isn't a fun time. I'll tell you that. It's even worse when you wake up hungover, like in a jail cell. That really sucks ass because nobody's bringing you ibuprofen and orange juice. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go with under 2 weeks, 2 to 5 business days. Yeah, most people think it's under 2 weeks. Wow. Oh no, yeah, 41.8%, and then 2 weeks to 2 months is 38.2. Salt says that she will never be more than a selfish, self-serving, self-centered mountain of garbage eating flesh. She'll get another cat while she's in Canada too, even though she cannot afford it and will do so out of spite. Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of rages to look forward to, don't you? A lot of rages, a lot of eating, but I still think it's going to be much better than Kuwait. Nothing but left some little loser, 41 years old, high as a kite, somewhere in an apartment with nothing. She fled Kuwait because of a crime and once again abandoned another cat. She's definitely living her karma. I can't, how? I have never abandoned an animal, and somehow Foodie Beauty has abandoned three. Three. There was this one time I had to move, and this cat adopted me, you guys. I think I told you about him before. His name was Tom. Well, I called him Tom. He showed up on my porch one day, and he would just come by for food. And then sometimes he'd want to come in for a few minutes and visit, and then he would leave. And then I started giving him like flea treatments and stuff like that because, like, I don't know, he was there every day. I didn't want fleas in my house. So, anyways, he came every single day, but he would leave. He didn't want to stay inside long, and I think I don't know, maybe he needed to go to visit his friends. But when I moved, like I tried to take him and he just would not go. He would not go. I think he belonged to the streets. And like that ate me away, right? Like I even went back a few days later to try and get him again. Me and my sister did, and he would not get in the car. He was having a hard time. We eventually got him in there and he just wouldn't go. Anyways, so I felt so horrible about that, right? But at the same time, I knew there was neighbors that loved this cat as well. Like he went and visited everybody. But Foodie Beauty has somehow abandoned three that she's had since, she adopted them, whatever else. She shouldn't have any more animals. She don't have money to pay for sex now. Yeah. And she sure can't reach it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, she can't. Oh my gosh, Lori said, how long before Foodie Beauty is no longer Muslim? Tomorrow, a week, a month, by the end of the live. Maybe a week? She's going to have to give up the whole Muslim act once she wants to start sleeping around again. So maybe a week? No, a month one. And she sure can't reach it. I know. I would be so sad if I couldn't reach it. Salt said she could sit and be smug. She was scared enough. She hasn't put out anything new for 2 weeks. And we know it. She's not taking the hijab off. You don't think so? Nick said, I give the costume a week. That's what I'm thinking too. It covers her baldness. She'll just go back to wearing wigs. She'll just go back to wearing wigs. She has no problem with that, and she'll claim it's her own hair. PI said, don't let Foodie Beauty fool you. She's a Canadian Muslim revert who got yeeted out of a Muslim country for debauchery and immorality. Pathetic. Allah would surely not approve. Foodie doesn't care what Allah thinks. That was all just an act. All right, I do have clips, I promise. I thought they were coming up soon, but they didn't. Cypher! She's gonna hold on to that just for spite. Yeah, I mean, I could see her doing that too. Wait, Pete said, not only do I not believe they're together, but I could tell by the inflection in her voice that she is single and already whoring out. He likely isn't talking to her at all, and I'm assuming he'll be spilling tea about her within a few weeks. Mystic said, Fat Girl Summer is coming. Or Fart Girl Summer. Oh, somebody make an AI song of Fart Girl Summer. Please, somebody has to do it. And send it to me if you do so we can all dance to it. Have you guys heard that awful Fat Girl Summer song? We need a Fart Girl one, okay? And he said, holy shit, Foodie Beauty, y'all, we're in for quite the art. This is how she was drinking water. That's insane to me. What my bearded dragon used to take baths in. Foodie Beauty drinks out of it. How do you get a place and you don't buy cups for it at least? Oh, Flip said, imagine having fat hands. I can't. My hands were very fat once when I was pregnant and I had preeclampsia, and they were so swollen. I don't even think I could close them. But that's how Foodie's hands look. It actually looks painful to me. Pizza Shit said Chantal doesn't have a fridge, but already accepted a cat to rehome. She is getting a rehomed cat on Friday. Always trying said this bitch has no money. A cat should be the farthest thing from her mind. Do places in Canada not do home checks? Because she's getting it from somebody who's fostering. I know that most rescues out here do home checks. Like you have to send pictures or a video in of your yard to make sure like your backyard's closed in. I know they even come out. They do. I bet I don't know. I'm genuinely curious. Like, do they just give it to anybody who doesn't have like a fridge? Might not be in the same place by tomorrow. um, it just she can't even take care of herself. How is she supposed to take care of an obese cat? The cat's gonna die. Oh no. Fonda Spite Bitch said it. She's getting the cat. Please take all the fucking walks in Cornwall, Ontario, Chantal. Take all the fucking walks, bitch. I hope she's just rage baiting and not serious about getting another cat. I hope so too. All right, I'm ready to go to the clips. Hold on. Miss T said that cunt is getting a new cat. Blue Canary said, who in the hell would give Chantal a lease? Okay, I was going to skip them and go to the clips, but I'm so nosy. Carrie said, well, Foodie Beauty, she looks like a bloated tick in a scuba suit, acting as if she chose to leave Kuwait. Hey, short bus, you didn't leave by choice. You ran before your ugly ass ended up in jail. I would not be bragging, by the way. She thinks it's a flex that she's a fugitive. Hectic said she's living by herself in Cornwall. Not sure how she got approved with her credit and doesn't have a car. I think she's renting a room. It's either renting a room or a motel. Kristen said Foodie Beauty's mouth wrote checks her ass couldn't cash, and she had to literally flee a country she hadn't been living in for 3 years. And now she has to start from scratch in her shithole hometown where she is bankrupt and has no car. Yeah, okay, Missy said, yeah, you have to show your yard. Cypher said they do, but she is getting it from an organization or a rando off marketplace. Got it. Freedom said, yeah, I guess we will find out on Friday. She just loves to be controversial and give people something to get angry about. That part too, she hasn't worked for a lot of this month and she knows how to get people mad at her. She's trying to make some money before the pay period ends. Cute Patoot said, we haven't seen Foodie Beauty this giddy and energetic in years. She's so happy to be back in Canada. Oh my gosh. And Miss Flooper Booty said, so has anyone spotted her roommate on Tinder yet? Did he set his profile to Canada again? I retweeted it so I can look in the replies just in case anybody happens to find him on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, Tinder. Well, I'm going to bookmark it too. I'm not brave enough to make a Tinder and a fake profile to go looking for him. Yay, we're finally to the clips. There's some coming. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I retweeted so many like words and not enough clips, but the clips are coming. Here's at least one. Okay. Honey just hashtagged Foodie Beauty, animal abuser.
I'm thinking of food.
Three of the people said she's not getting the cat. I messaged the rescue, by the way. Did they respond? Vicky said, yeah, if she was in her own place, she would have a cup at least. It's a motel. Why else would she purposely leave a box behind her? If she's in a motel, I hope she never talks shit about FFG again. Do you remember how often we had to hear, at least I'm not living in a Motel 6? It looks like you're living in worse than a Motel 6, Foodie. Just saying. Meandering Thought said just got this from Kiwi Farms. I'll miss the time in Kuwait where she suffered so much and had to listen to Crazy Frog for hours every day. Okay, you guys, I think Crazy Frog might play, but if you're super annoyed, just know we never have to hear this again. So that's okay. Woo! Maybe this is why she's not crying. I mean, would you miss having to hear that? I wouldn't. Maybe this is why she's so happy. Not yet. Okay, let us know if they respond. Hexagrama said she went to go buy a car, but the salesperson was too pushy, so she walked out. I don't think she could afford a new car, especially if her credit is shit, right? Wouldn't she have to have like a really high monthly payment on it, or at least a really high deposit put down? She probably can't afford a car. Somebody said, "Here we go." Okay, I'm going to more of the clips. I can come back to the other tweets, okay? After they said, "She must have stairs at the new place. At least she has to work a little from the door to the bed. She about threw up from the exhaustion of getting food from the front door."
I'm out of breath. Okay. This.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I might throw up. No. I didn't eat.
Wow.
Just give me a minute to take off my hijab.
Shit.
Oh. Can I have cold water here? Yeah, I don't have a glass. You guys we're guys, we're using.
I don't think we're gonna have a Canada arc for very long. How do you get like that from just going to get your food from the front door? Is she dying? It sounds like it. Her fake husband. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Um, she probably thought it was cute and over romanticized what it would be like to have a musician playing her love songs. Little did she know it would be the same song every day. She might be tricky. Her own personal health, she is going downhill fast. That was the worst I've heard her. She looks bigger too. That's not me trying to be a bitch. That's just me observing. Yikes. Hold on. I want to go to another clip, but then I'll go back and read some of those tweets. Mo said, "Oh no, she already adopted a cat and she's getting the cat on Friday." I'm hoping it'll play. Give me one second. Oh, I'm like, why is there no sound?
And it's 6, and it's fixed, vaccinated, everything well taken care of. There's a reason they have to rehome their cat. Oh no, they must be the devil. Anyway, they have to rehome the cat. It's really fat. It's a gray tabby, and its name is Smokey. Hey, Mortal Wombat.
I think it's the same cat that Girl World found. We're eventually going to get to that tweet, you guys.
Yeah. It's very obese, just like me, so we're gonna diet together. I have to make that cat lose weight, man. Anyway, I'm getting it delivered Friday. Him. It's a big boy, and apparently
Getting it delivered on Friday, like she's getting a package delivered from Walmart.
the person said that he's too affectionate. Very fat beezer, yeah. But Julia, I guess I get, like I said, hourly updates of her. Like she's very happy. Don't worry about her. We will be reunited, inshallah. Like, you know. And yes,
Wow.
it bugs me. I had to leave her, and obviously Salah, like, you know. But sometimes you have to. Like long distance relationships are tough. I never thought that I would have to flee, you know, and become a fugitive this fast. Okay.
I don't believe they're truly going to try to make things work. But imagine if they did. Like, how are they going to do a long distance relationship with no trust? Like, he cheats. She hasn't been laid in 3 years. She's not waiting around for him.
El Gato. I know, too affectionate, right? Is she being, yeah, double diabetes. And yes, this cat will be well taken care of. It's up to date with all its shots. It's obviously neutered. It's 6 years old. It looks like a bread loaf. It's like fat. Like it's a short hair. Smokey, and I hate the name Smokey. But what's your opinion? Because it's six, I can't just change its name, right?
I think it's used to the name Smokey. I think it is. Though my dog started out a Bambi. Okay, so I rescued her when she was still a puppy, and they called her Flocka. And I just was not going to keep her name Flocka. I'm sorry. It just wasn't going to say. So then I was like, okay, Bambi. She kind of looks like a Bambi. But then I got to know her little personality, and then I started calling her Chachi because she was really funny. And now she answers to Chachi and not Bambi. But like I started that really young with her, right? Since I pretty much got her since I'm assuming she was maybe 6 months old when I got her. Anyways, so we got Chachi switched over pretty young, but he's already 6. I don't know. I really hope this doesn't happen. I hope he goes to anybody but Foodie, meaning a loving home, not just anybody. But
Apparently, he's too. The person said that he's too affectionate. Apparently, he's too. The person said that he's too affectionate.
okay, Two-Tailed said Foodie scoffs at the previous owner saying the cat is too affectionate. Isn't that why she resented BBJ? She hated how clingy and needy BBJ was and let her suffer for it. Yeah, she hated BBJ for being so clingy, but she would let Sam suck on her. I wish I could make that make sense, but I can't. If anything, the cat will get even fatter with her. Okay, that part right there. I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, but like if I was fostering an animal, right, that I had got that was obese and I had got it or was trying to get the animal down to a decent weight, but it was coming time to adopt him out, would I want to adopt him to somebody who couldn't lose weight themselves? And I know that sounds bitchy because you can't be like, oh, well, are you saying fat people can't have cats? I'm saying Foodie looks like she's going to die. I don't think she needs an obese cat. Okay. I don't think he's going to have a long life with her. Loki and Thor were Ian and Carson when we got them, but they were 8 weeks old. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of different when you switch their names younger, right? The best part is how serious his face is. He thinks he is really good. And the cat is a boy, poor thing. I hope the owners take the warning seriously. I do know people were leaving comments. Three of the people said that he reached out, so I guess we'll see what happens. I hope they listen. Ashrenay said, oh, I think we saw that one. She must have stairs at the new place. At least she has to work a little from the door to the bed. Will she continue to keep going to the door for food if I guess. I mean, I think of the times I was coming down from alcohol and drugs. Like there was times it was hailing out. I still walked to 7-Eleven. All kinds of things, right? So I mean, you make sacrifices to get your drug of choice, but I think it's going to kill her just going to the door one of these days. Hold on. Mean Kitten said Foodie's already complaining about the heat. My guess is she's in a boarding house. Okay, that would make sense. Okay, so I I kept saying it was giving me sober living vibes, but I don't think Foodie would check in somewhere where she couldn't use, right? Maybe it's a boarding house. The glass doorknob and only having the option for a window air unit, it makes me think it's an old house converted into apartments. In my area, those usually bring problems and anyone can rent. Yeah, I've hung out in those kinds of places. A lot of people using them because it's cheap to stay. Eyes on the Wall said, Foodie, you're a 500-pound narcissist moron. Saying you respect Kuwait? You don't respect yourself at all, and we're supposed to believe you after all the breaking rules in Kuwait you did. You truly are the dumbest human on this planet. Nothing beautiful about you, bitch. Fondue Spite Bitch said, quoting Foodie Beauty, they won't charge Salah because he's not in Kuwait. Excuse me? Yeah, I think he went somewhere, but I don't think he's in Kuwait. I don't think he's in Syria. I don't know. I think he's hiding out in another country. Somebody in here said Europe. Erin Moore said she is already gorging on poutine. Oh my God, no shame and conscience. Yeah, it'll just be a matter of time before we see her drinking gravy again. Okay, somebody said Mean Kitten said Foodie confirmed in her live stream that was her arm at Nat's birthday party. Yeah, we had a feeling. We had a feeling. Salt and Sass said she can't afford a car, she has no furniture, nothing to eat off, but can afford pets? She's such a spiteful, selfish asshole. Oh god, I hope she doesn't get this cat. I hope she doesn't. Your mom's emotional support, Carrot, said Chantal left Salah in Kuwait on his own to deal with the charges. That's true love for you. I hope he's already in the red room with another woman. If you're new to Foodie Beauty, her husband cheated on her with one of her beezers, and these were the text messages he would send. So Kay Bella said, "My God, my King," and he said, "Yeah, I'm the Alpha and Omega. I'm Salah Almighty. I'm the God and the King and the Empire." He also would say things like sperm everywhere. He was weird. Fugitive said, right? It's crazy. It's like she doesn't know there are complaints and charges filed against him. All she talked about is herself, escaping Kuwait and never going back. She really doesn't care about him. She's gave him that fake love and or she still doesn't grasp how. Hold on. Come on, show me more. She still doesn't grasp how serious things could be for them both. Your mom's emotional support carrot responded, the fact Chantal sat there today, laughing, joking, and being a fugitive, and saying how she's already getting another cat, proves she's a narcissistic sociopath. She is the most self-centered twat I've seen. The docs are getting doxxed. I'm the Casio King. I'm looking on the farms now. All right, let me know if you find something. Let me know. I don't know how to work the farms, to be honest. I went there once and there was too many things to click on, too many threads, too many numbers, and I was like, no, thank you. Nope. So I just rely on people from Twitter to post things from there. Okay, Nana Spect, he said she abandoned Julia and is going to get another cat come Friday. Wow, Slot, you too will be replaced soon enough. So enjoy whatever she's still giving you. What are the odds they're both already cheating? Pamuk said, hey Chantal, you lying piece of shit. We want a picture of Sally with Julia. Sally needs to be holding his phone or a newspaper with the current date. Here's her drinking water out of Tupperware. I'll keep you updated. Thank you. Missy said, I don't navigate the farms. Yeah, it's going to take a brave soul like Free the People to do that. Guys, you didn't win, I guess Foodie said. Nothing happened to her. She just lost her family, was forcibly deported, and cannot return a fear of imprisonment. She was homeless for 3 weeks and is now piss poor and sitting in an empty apartment. She has nothing right now. She's sitting in an empty apartment her mom paid for and doing drugs. I don't even think she's in an apartment. I think she's in a boarding house somewhere where she's renting a room. And she's jobless, carless, fearing being doxxed and harassed is technically a debaucherous prostitute in Kuwait. But sure, when will we learn that she just gets stronger? Oh, and she fell down a flight of stairs, broke 2 toes, is covered in bruises, and is still dying slowly of diabetes. When will you people learn she is chosen by God? She fell down a flight of stairs and broke 2 toes. She's cursed. Somebody put a curse on her. Hey, Tia, 41 years old, too. Do we know how she fell downstairs? I'm sorry, I'm going to laugh at this. I find it fucking hilarious. This woman found it funny that I had a stroke. She laughed for like days when I fell off an electric scooter and busted my knees open. Like, so I'm sorry. I'm just going to live in this moment that she fell down the stairs. How the fuck did she survive that, though? Like, are the stairs okay? Do they need to be fixed? Did she fall through them? These are the questions I have. I hope you heard a lot today, Foodie Beauty. Pizza Shit said, enjoy the woman who would never let haters get her drinking out of Tupperware. Would never let haters get to her drinking out of Tupperware bento box because she doesn't have furniture or dishes. You know, Foodie, How does it feel to know everybody's doing better than you right now? Like the lizards in my backyard are doing better than you. My dog has a bed to sleep on, a couch to go lay on when she gets bored of the bed. She doesn't have to drink out of Tupperware. In fact, I think her stuff is fancier than mine. She has more clothes than you, more loved than you. Wow. You don't have a car, a home, not even a glass. Do you even have a pot to piss in at this point? You're a fugitive, kicked out of different countries. I'm sunk too, said no fucking self dignity whatsoever. You'd at least think she'd get a fucking paper cut from McDonald's. How hard could it be? She fucking lives in there daily. They're free. Isn't a cup of water free at McDonald's? Since she's broke, she could just ask for a cup of water. Pizza Shit said she only has this Tupperware because her mom bought her a bunch of trash from the dollar store. Just a pathetic loser with zero respect for herself. You know, these containers come in handy though for the holidays. If you have a big family and you want to send leftovers home, but you don't want to give away your good Tupperware, you get the ones from the Dollar Tree. All the sweet potatoes and pasta salad gets sent home in it. Anyways, let's keep going, you guys. Laura, you made it! Yeah, but not drinking cups. The cups at McDonald's, though, I mean, how are they going to give you free water without a cup? Like, you're not supposed to just go open your mouth and pour it right in. So she could get a free cup. P.I. said Foodie is currently drinking water from a Tupperware container because she has no car and is too fat to walk to the store for water. But tell us again how you always land on your feet. I don't think she could land on her feet at this point. Always trying saying Foodie is getting a cat that will require special food, frequent vet visits, daily brushing to preserve his skin, and possibly medication sooner rather than later. There's no way. She doesn't want a cat. She wants something to love and validate her. You love mom? Yeah, that's all she'll say. She does not need a cat with all these needs. Oh, this is so selfish. I hope the organization listens to the DMs they're getting. I really hope so. Queen of WTF said so since she is now the wife that lives over 3,000 miles away. It's okay if Salah hooks up with other women, right? Yeah, in her words, oh my God, do we know where that clip exists at? She was justifying sleeping with married men at one point because she was saying that their wives were in different countries, so it didn't really count as cheating. Her words. Two Tailed said, so apparently there's no AC in Foodie Beauty's apartment. What's she going to do is buy a window unit, have it installed, and never leave that room until she has to pick up her food and Amazon junk off the stoop. Or she'll put a unit in every room and have them running nonstop. Hold on, I'm really hoping the clip is in these comments. Please, please, please. Crossing my finger and toes. Nana Stark T said, it's not cheating if they're not in the same country, according to her logic, so yes. Debbie said, what a weird situation because she can never go back to Kuwait and he can never come to Canada. Yeah, isn't it? Okay. He's been denied entry into Canada twice now, right? He's not going to get in at this point. They continue, why didn't he just say divorce? Divorce, divorce, and end it. Money is still involved. Holy crap, she's a piece of work. And as we said, of course, that's her own role. That's what she said. Oh, I wish I knew where this clip was. Oh, well, if I find it, I'll play it the next time we go live. 220 other S said, and she can't fly back in a hurry this time when he inevitably cheats. Yeah, so last time she was on a visa run or something. She was in Canada for some reason. I know she went to the ER. He cheated on her with Kbella the night she was in the ER. Then she ran back and then had all new furniture. It was bizarre. It was almost like when you watch The Housewives, and you always know when somebody cheats because the wife gets like a new ring or a brand new expensive bag or whatever. I'm not saying they cheat every time, but it's kind of obvious, right? So like usually When the men cheat, the wife gets an expensive gift, except Foodie got like a new couch because he spermed everywhere on the old couch. Anyways, I sure hope he does. All right, I don't think the clip is in this thread. Their romance. Yeah. Syrians are not allowed to immigrate to Canada currently. He's never going there. She's never going to see him again. He may as well start cheating now. Her too. All right, I'm going to find some clips. I think, is this one? Yes, maybe? Queen of WTF said, wow, so this man thought he had an easy ticket to Canada, and instead of that, he had to flee Kuwait because of your actions. It looks like karma came for both of them. It's just so beautiful to witness karma in real time. That's probably why she fell down the stairs. That's why she broke her toes. That's why her marriage has failed. That's why she's kicked out of another country. That's why hopefully she won't get a cat on Friday. Karma is so beautiful. She's gorgeous.
They won't charge Salah because he's not in Kuwait either.
Where is he?
They won't charge Salah.
I don't know. Wherever he is, he's scared because he wasn't in her chat for her entire 6 hours yesterday. Here's another clip. Okay. Oh, is she going to rage here? It's looking like it. Okay, we got to go full screen for this. Sorry, there's a lot of me talking today. There was 6 hours of a lot of stuff she did.
Well, like, listen, the haters have already brainwashed me a little bit because I feel guilty even saying that, and it's because they want this whole like animal abuser shit, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not an abuser, so yap your mouth away. Every cat I've had was well taken care of. Like, you know, despite the nail thing from me not being there, and you know, yeah, okay, stupid, whatever. Doesn't make me like, look at Julia. Like, she's everything. Microchipped, fixed. She's happy. Anytime you see her, she's well fed. So I'm getting another cat.
I don't know that I've ever seen Julia happy. Have you guys?
We are keeping Julia, obviously.
I can't stand her. Animals are not props. They're not handbags. They're not like a pair of shoes. Like they have needs and they're a commitment. They're a commitment. You don't have any business getting a cat with health problems. Queen of WTF said you don't ever have to say anything. We can always tell. Hold on. Okay.
But there's nothing about like weed itself, but like intoxicating your brain is like very frowned upon yet. But I'm not sure about medicinally. I think it's accepted. It's starting to be accepted more as medicinal. And honestly, I'm just not gonna say like if I am or not, whatever. If you think so, you know. But
she's high.
I think it just, you know, the medicinal side, like certain medicines just make life more tolerable. But there's nothing about like weed.
She's trying to justify her weed consumption. Imagine reverting or converting to a religion, and the only thing you follow is like wearing the hijab, and you're only wearing it because you're bald and you have 8 chins. Like she hasn't followed anything at all. I want to look at these replies. Jess says she calls it medicinal and says she's medicated, and she can claim it's for her anxiety all she wants. I don't believe her. Her anxiety is what normal people call guilt. Except the rest of us don't get high to try and escape it. We learn from it and don't repeat actions causing it. Patteray said it makes sense. Who would want to live in her horrible reality? Escape away, Chins. Oh, it's just going to be a matter of time before she's drunk again. Yikes. Shaking but not stirred said, What not act like it's a drug and it's actual medicine? No shit, Sherlock. It's what grown-ups do. Phoenix said she's absolutely high. BB called her a fat fool. We know, dickhead. Medical would not get her that high. Abby, it's true. Abby now is a Muslim in Canada. Is she now supposed to be getting high? Oh, is Abby here? Hey, Abby. Shifter said, I would bet she is cheating the Canadian welfare system and not telling them about her YouTube income, which may be too while she's staying at like maybe a boarding house because she could show proof that she can't afford anywhere else. So this is where she has to stay. And she's paying $200 rent or however much. That would make sense to me. Ila said she's officially back in Canada and the legal mindset definitely got to her. And yes, you are. You most certainly are a bitch. Okay, let's hear what she has to say about his stream. I guess she's laying in bed now. So she has no furniture but a bed. Again, more evidence that she's probably just renting a room.
I feel sorry for the boat, the tugboat. Well, I feel sorry for anyone who comes.
Did she just pick her nose and wipe it on the bed? That's how we start this clip?
I feel sorry for the boat, the tugboat. Well, I feel sorry for anyone who comes into contact with you, buddy, because you have a comb over friggin' widow's peak that from like out of this world, buddy. I'm kidding.
But he still has more hair than you.
Sorry, my sass is coming back.
Lori said her full address was already doxed. Is it a boarding place or a hotel? Abby said, if she had her own full apartment, she'd be glorying and giving a tour. She always gives a tour of her places. True. It's on the farms, apparently. I haven't had a chance to look yet. Okay. If you do search, well, you don't have to tell me what hotel or like the address. I just want to know, is it a boarding facility? Is it a house? Is she sober living it? What is she doing?
Yes, crypto. Why do I always make fun of everybody?
They're saying it is an apartment, but people still rent rooms in apartments. They do. They do. So it's an apartment, you guys.
Maybe I am a bitch. I feel sorry for the boat.
You're the biggest bitch I've ever seen. And your husband's the biggest pussy I've ever seen. I can't even lie. I'm your Huckleberry said the amount of times this nasty chick went from digging in her backside to touching her face. Okay, I have a theory that she has a smell fetish too. I think she does. I've never met somebody or seen anybody who's dug in their ass, in their armpits, whatever else, and then smelled afterwards. Never seen it in my life. All right, let me make this bigger. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Huckleberry said, why does her hand keep going from her ass to her mouth and her eyes? Because she's absolutely disgusting and vile. I think she gets off on how she smells, which is probably disgusting. Salah fled too. Julia was 100% abandoned. Okay, hold on. We're going to make this full screen. I don't know if we've played this clip yet, so I'm replaying it again.
No way, I'm getting a cat. They won't charge Salah because he's not in Kuwait either. They won't charge Salah because he's not in Kuwait either.
I am just going to take this moment to be so grateful that neither me or my boyfriend are wanted by anybody. The government isn't trying to find us. Nobody's, banned us from countries. Shout out to you, boyfriend. Shout out to you. Oh, wait, Abby said they did an image search within the walls. Oh, with the walls because of their color. They found apartments. They found that out that it's apartments, but it's like a two-bedroom. And she's renting one of the rooms. That's why she's whispering and won't do a tour. Jay said, how did she get an apartment so fast with two bankruptcies? I have zero bankruptcies, and it took me 1.5 years to switch apartments. Maybe she's renting a room and they didn't care about her credit. It's in somebody else's name. That's the only thing I could think of. I know it's a thing. I know it's a thing. College students do it. They'll rent rooms from people. A lot of younger people do it. Callie Ray said, Foodie is saying she's not like Vitally because he disrespected the culture. Then in another breath saying, I did disrespect the culture by swearing in my videos. The bitch is such a hypocrite. Mean Kitten said, she just doesn't seem like a woman who just fled a country, leaving her husband and cat behind. And he wasn't in her chat once, and he stays up late. What's up? Could they be done? I could see her acting like they're together when they're not. Okay, so the answers are yes, no, they're getting there, or still totally in love. I think they are done. What would you guys choose? They're definitely not totally still in love because they never were in love. They're getting there. Her family rented her the apartment. I bet she's lying about Salah leaving Kuwait. Great job, Cutie. I love this for Cutie. I wonder how long this place will last. I don't feel like long if it's already been doxxed. Abby said, yeah, I wondered how she can afford a new apartment, rental car, and tickets home all within 2 weeks. Well, her poor mom if her mom's footing the bill. Foodie, you better treat your mom amazing. I don't know. I just feel like everybody's always having to clean up what Foodie Beauty does. Like, she's 41. There was a point in my life where everybody did that, but then they stopped. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was still in my 20s and I was fucking up. There was one time my mom bailed me out of jail and she swore she was never going to do it again. And she told me that if I ever called again, just know that my ass was going to sit in there. I sat in there. One time she got me a lawyer for something, and she told me then too. She was like, I'm never getting you a lawyer again. You get yourself in trouble, you get yourself out of it. And then I would continue to have to get myself out of it. There was one point where they provided a roof over my head, and then they were sick of me just drinking underneath it. So they were like, you know, we can't watch you die. So while you take off all the times, times that you're here drinking, I don't want to worry about if we're going to come home and find you dead. So please go drink somewhere else. Anyways, and that was all in my 20s, right? At 41, I can't imagine my parents always having to clean up my messes. Like, I just can't. I feel like I want my mom to like have the rest of her life stress free and never have to worry about if I'm going to die or not, or if she's going to get a call that like something horrible happens. Anyways, I feel bad for Foodie Beauty's mom. Like, she's older now. She should be able to spend her money on herself, and yet she always has to bail Foodie out of something. That sucks. It just sucks. Let's see. Queen of WTF said for someone who has to live separated from her husband, she sure does seem happy, right? I feel like for her, like maybe the burden is off her shoulders. Like Salah maybe was becoming one. He didn't work. She had to pay for everything. A place, a car, his red room visits for food addiction. Maybe she's over it too. Fondue Spike Bitch said she's been live streaming for 6 hours and not once has Salah come into the live stream, call or texted her. It's because he's probably already with another woman. Okay, I love this. I love thinking that this is true. Your mom's emotional support carrot said Chantal said she fell down her mom's stairs. 100% Music Biz Marty pushed her. Marty, if you are a ghost, please do more of that. Push her down all the stairs. Live your best life as a ghost. I miss you, Marty, by the way. Rest in peace. The internet is just not the same without you. Your mom's emotional support carrot also said, Chantel, you said you left your old life behind and were never going back. Yet the first time you pop up on YouTube after being missing, you're high, smug, and talking utter rubbish. It didn't take you long to go back. Well, she probably heard what jail is like and how it's not a constant buffet. There's no room service. I don't think she wants to be separated from food. More like middle, lower middle. She can take care of herself just fine, but can't afford to take care of Cutie. Marty is always going to be the goat. Yes, he might have been out with the boys. Yeah. He bonus kitten Pondu. I like how she tries to make people believe Salah. I like how she tries to make people believe that Salah paid for everything, the flight and apartment. He didn't pay for shit. No, I'm not buying it. Maybe he paid for an ice cream here or there. but I don't believe anything else. He never even took her out on dates. And then at the times they did go to the movies, like twice, didn't they go like twice, maybe three times tops in 3 years? I think she paid for it. Wonder Mom said Foodie Beauty is the destroyer of lives. Not only her own one, but her family has to deal with this beast. Pete, Salah, and even Bibi, he made the right choice to kick her out and save herself or himself. She destroys living spaces, abuses cats, drives over animals in the car, and giggles. She's just a failure. There's no other way to say it. She fails at everything she does. She's a horrible person. And I love that everything's happening to her right now. I do. I do. Deb Deb said, I guess one thing about the whale being in Canada, she's officially not married. Her WASTA marriage means nothing in Canada. You're a single failure. Yep, she can't even say she has a husband anymore. I love this for her. No husband, no car, no home, nothing. In respect, he said Foodie Beauty said she gets hourly updates on Julia. I just saw she did a 6 hour live stream. How many updates did she get during that stream? I call bullshit. Saul has far more serious matters to deal with. He isn't worried about caring for Julia, in my opinion. Do you guys think she's back on the streets? I just hope if she is, somebody finds her and like it's a good person with a good heart and a good home. How hypocrisy said a normal liar would have said daily updates. Why is she lying so much, yet so bad at it? What would hourly updates even do if Julia is allegedly in a good home and happy? She's sleeping, still sleeping. She woke up and ate something, lying in the sun, coughed up some fur. I don't believe she's getting any updates. Dennis Spike T said she has a disease. It's called diabetes. Someone said, I doubt we will ever hear from Salah again. I hope so. Dennis Spike T responded, I can't say I'm mad about it. No more goofy ass laughing and no more crazy dumbass crazy frog. Oh my god. We don't have to hear the laugh anymore, you guys. It really is a beautiful day. It's the best day ever. Oh my gosh. No more crazy frog, no more laugh, no more having to watch him eye fuck himself. It's gonna be a good time. Wish you well, Julia. Hope you're free. Salah dumped Julia in the street as soon as Chantal dipped. Never want crazy frog again. I don't either. Missy said, I'm offended about her fetish for Arab men. She's a racist. She's just, she fetishizes people of color. She does. You could tell. She's just a nasty person altogether. Valentina said, also, you can't tell me Salah didn't dump Julia back on the same street they took her from the minute Chantal left. Okay, let's see what this clip says.
And I'm sorry to tell you, but you know, I'm a very willful individual, and it's just not going to happen. So, suck it. Should have
So
stayed gone for
second.
longer. Girl World was starving. I know, but I'm going to be starving.
What if she's living with S Jam? Okay, I saw he was going live again. Somebody said the male foodie beauty is back, and so I clicked on the link and I saw him, and it looked to me like he was in a new place. Do you think she would live with him?
No, that will never. Well, like mashallah, that doesn't happen. But and I'm sorry to tell you, but you know, I'm a very willful individual, and it's just not going to happen.
It's gonna happen. You guys are over. He's already under somebody or over somebody. I don't know. Good luck to you. This time, I know you're going to become a whore again. Please don't spread your STDs to the world. Please, please at least cover up or tell people you have them. I don't know. Roman Soul said he's on the phone with K Bella because, oh my gosh, because your mom's emotional support carrot asked, why is Salah absent from the chat, Chantel? Guys like him have multiple backup plans. He doesn't want to work. He has nothing going for him. He goes for women that are very unattractive and doing poorly in life, right? Like he already has probably Melly on speed dial, Teardrop's number, whoever else. Nicole, I believe Nicole would, I mean, she'd be perfect for him. Tired Ann said, sure, my husband and I are staying married when he's in another country, and I just got an apartment in another part of the world. Sure, Jan. Hexaglama said, with how happy we are that she's back in Canada, just imagine how Salah is feeling. He's already spermed everywhere. I know it. Oh, God, his foot. Salah's back on Tinder as we speak, Acadia said. This is Salah's foot. If you happen to stumble across this live stream and you don't know what the hell this picture is, so when Salah was cheating on Foodie Beauty, he would send these pictures of him in the bath to Kay Bella, and his feet are just so fucking nasty. Have you ever seen dirty ass feet like this? I've seen people's dirty feet when they've been walking like barefoot in the summer by the pool, but I've never seen dirt caked on the top of a toe. Never in my life. He's really hairy too. Men with hair is attractive, but not with him. He's got like a 1 inch peen. We've unfortunately seen it. The nastiest toes I've ever seen in my life. Why would you not take your man to go get a pedicure if they were that filthy? If the feet were that filthy? Flashing Pondu said, wait, hold on, before we go. I was going to see if there was any comments. Flashing Pondu said, I know many people will think that she won by leaving Kuwait and avoiding consequences, but this is her karma. She can never go back to Kuwait and might never see Salah again, meaning she will go back to her old ways and we will get a great show again. I'm here for it. I'm excited too. I'm very excited. It was fun times in Canada. While it was crazy and a roller coaster ride, we were never truly sitting around bored, like ever ever. So I'm looking forward to things being exciting again. Tap Zombie said, I don't care if I sound like a dick, but can we talk about her face? Bitch has decided to be smug as fuck and hasn't learned jack shit. So I want to know, why does her face look so different? And why the fuck are her eyes not green anymore? Sorry for my terrible sailor's mouth. But I'm pissed off and I don't know why. Probably because we know she's trying to get another cat. She does look different, but I feel like she just looks worse. Like before, she would really try to give herself a pointy chin and pull her face fat in. Um, but now her face just looks fat. That's the best way I can describe it. She just looks worse. Her skin looks worse too. Wow. She is so greasy looking. Yikes. Her mouth looks weird too, the goth said. Her top lip is disappearing. Fairy said, I think she may have hazel eyes, but they were never green. Ta said she can't decide what she wants to look like. 1 minute fugly, next minute fuglier. I agree, Missy. I do not like feet at all. Yeah, I'm not a foot person. I'm not. And I don't think I could ever be. I don't know. I just don't like them. Mom said, I like how she's saying pause are haters that took the case against her. Foodie. The government wouldn't have accepted the case if there was no proof of laws broken. They wouldn't bring the case up. You cannot claim they were false. If you believe they are so false, clear your name. She can't clear her name. If she didn't do anything wrong, why does she have to flee Kuwait? If she didn't break any laws and she wasn't disrespecting the religion, the culture, the people, why did she have to run? Why is she now considered a fugitive? Alexa said, isn't it ironic that Chantal was determined to not end up back in Canada? And it's because of her own actions that forced her back there. Yes, this whole thing is just sweet. It's just so sweet. I don't know that it could get any better. I don't know. Excellent Boiled Potato said, I got the impression that she's not in a full apartment by herself. Either has a roommate or is renting a room. She went live as soon as she had a bed to sit on and nothing else. There's a reason why she stayed in the one room with the door shut. She has a roommate. She does. Oh, here's another clip of her, you guys. Tot said, holy fucking shit. I woke up, the beast is in Canada. Still being a bitch. Still lying. Saying she's married. Still denying and pretending she didn't abandon 3 cats. Blaming the internet for her failed and miserable life, etc. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make this bigger. Oh wait, is it not a video? Please tell me it's a video. It is.
Oh, I don't know, Vegas. So, hey, Vanessa. No, I'm in
Sniper!
Canada. I miss my living room. I miss my 30 couches. And then going and sealing with juice.
Tracy said God makes things happen for a reason. Yeah, maybe this is all for a reason, Chantel.
And so, food and bees. Tell us about your apartment. Yes, he's safe and Julia's safe. You'll be able to be a little more active due to. Yeah, I think so, Sharpie. Hopefully. Excuse me.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Missy said, I volunteer at a women's shelter, and there are certain things we must report. I hope PAWS did their due diligence. It sounds like they did. Well, I have my feelings about them. I do believe they probably reported her.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, Vegas. I think I have to be streaming vertically. Let's get a cardboard cutout of Salah. Crazy frog. Oh, shut up, Rainbow. Go stuff it. I didn't abandon any cats. I
You did.
rehomed two, and Julie, I still have her. So eat a big pile of horse shit.
How can you still have her when you're a fugitive and you can't return back to Kuwait? How? You've abandoned three cats now. Two for a man, and one because of your actions you got kicked out of the country.
Thank you. Don't give me no hand-me-down shoes. I will stay in Canada, yeah. Suddenly appreciate what's more than ever since.
Wait, Sniper said Teardrop was in that chat so fast, lol. I did. Wait, I definitely did not miss seeing her. I don't either. You guys, I know most of you guys have already seen this, and I am so sorry that I couldn't cover her return back. Today, if the people are out of my home and she goes live again, I can cover it. Right now, I don't know if you guys know this. If you didn't watch the stream yesterday, you have no idea. We had a leak in our guest bathroom that I share a wall with, like my closet and my room. So the leak, it was pretty bad. Like the whole wall has to be basically replaced. It's crazy. So they did fix the toilet because we had to call a plumber out, but we're going through our homeowner's insurance. It's a whole thing. So, anyways, there's people coming, like people to put fans in, somebody to tape off the closet. Today we have adjusters coming. It's a whole fucking process. But what kind of sucks is my parents redid the guest bathroom not that long, like it was a couple years ago, right? It wasn't done like last week or anything, but the bathroom was redone. And once there's a leak, because they have to get into the wall, obviously, it's a whole process, right? So the cabinet, they had a granite top put on in the bath for the bathroom sink. It's like a really pretty granite top, and then a vanity that's like goes with it. But they have to pull that all out, and I guess because of the codes and laws, once they pull it out, they can't put it back in because it's considered contaminated with a leak. So we have to get a whole new vanity. It's like a whole thing. But anyway, so there's going to be people like it feels like at my house at least for the next couple of months. But I do have places to go hide at and stream. As long as like I don't have to be there answering questions, I could pull it off. Oh, I hate. Oh my God, it's a fucking nightmare. It really is. Like, and I feel like when like our houses were first built, because like my grandpa's house had a plumbing issue too. These houses were built like 50, 60 some odd years ago, right? So like they were explaining it to us that like back then 50, 60 years ago it was like the Wild West, right? There wasn't any codes you had to follow. It was kind of like a free for all. You just put it in, and if it worked how you did it the last time, you continue doing that. Anyway, so it's like a whole thing. And I think that just happens after a certain amount of time when a house is older, right? Anyways, there are positives. So I get to like basically I'm gonna have this whole closet taken out, a new wall, the carpet ripped up, tile put in. So I'm gonna get to make my room like my sanctuary, right? Like I've been wanting to fix it up and spruce it up. While I didn't want to have to do it under these conditions, I can have my room how I want it, you know? I don't know how to describe it other than that. I don't know. I live in my family home, right? So like I rent a house from my parents and they own multiple properties, but I everybody has lived in the room that I'm in at some point. Everybody, like my dad's mom, my sisters lived in here 3 times. Like I've been in here twice now. My daughters slept in this room and had it as her like playroom. Anyway, so it was like a bedroom that the closet held a lot of like keepsakes, memorable stuff. Anyways, I got all this stuff out. So all this stuff out. I had to throw a lot of stuff away because of water damage. But anyways, now the room will get to be like my safe space. So I'm excited about that. Old homes are great though. Always have a new project. Yes, that is true. That is true. I don't know. But then there's this whole thing, like, I don't know if anybody lives in California and you happen to have homeowners insurance. It's so fucking hard to get and keep it here. Like, if you make a claim on your homeowner's insurance, within 5 years, they cancel you. It's a whole thing. And I think a lot of people, they were canceling policies. A lot of people got their policies canceled before all the fires happened. It's like a whole process. So I think, like, the most annoying part is having to deal with the homeowner's insurance, I think. Otherwise, I mean, it's really not that bad. Um, I did the hardest parts, which was cleaning out like all the stuff with water damage. Anyways, I don't know if anybody cares about this stuff. I'm taking pictures and little videos as updates. I don't know, I might put it all together in like one final thing. If you're interested in seeing like what happened and what it turns into, I'll keep you guys updated. Let's look at some more foodie beauty tweets. Okay, so I do know that Girl World found Smokey, right? Gorley Pop Rocks said, I sure hope a wonderful, patient, loving, and responsible person adopts this adorable chonky boy named Smokey. Look at how cute he is. I'm so in love with his face. He cannot go to Fooey Beauty. He's like so, you could tell he's funny. Like he just has a funny personality. He's very loving and he likes to play jokes and pranks, right? That's just the vibe I get. I love his ears. I love his little chin. He deserves better than Foodie Beauty. He just does. Oh my gosh, Smokey. You know he's the best cuddler too. He just is. Okay, hold on. Smokey prefers to be your one and only superstar. He is a superstar. I'm currently fostering Smokey, and I could say it took a bit of time to gain his trust. But now he's a playful cuddle bud. Can keep himself busy if you're laying down, and he's laying down too, and demands to be the small spoon. He can be picked up without issue, and nail trims are not a battle. Loves being brushed, been in foster for almost a year now, and his family, it's overdue. Oh, Smokey, I hope somebody adopts you before Friday. You cannot go to Foodie Beauty, so this is where he's at. Toronto Cat Rescue. TCR is a registered no-kill charity run by volunteers. It says adopt, volunteer, and then it gives you other options. Oh my gosh. Can I just take this moment to point out the difference between their page and Pause Kuwait's page? I noticed huge differences, at least 5 of them already. Hmm. Smokey, you cannot go with Foodie Beauty. You cannot. You deserve better. You deserve a long life. You deserve to be thriving and not just surviving. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go into the comments. Lisa! Hey, he is cute. He is so fluffy Kathy. Hey! Good morning, Gracie. Yes, especially with the wildfires we're having in Western Canada. Would be interesting to see the recovery in LA. I'm praying for Canada right now. It's so hard. I feel like people don't understand unless they see it. Like, it's just, I mean, obviously we know fire is powerful, but when you watch it happen in real time and destroy things in seconds, it's scary. It's scary. It's weird because my whole life, I've always found fire like it's beautiful, right? Like it's absolutely beautiful, but it's deadly and destructive and powerful. And I've seen it go through all of California pretty much and take away cities in like seconds. So it's like, I don't know, I get chills talking about it. I've lived in Southern California my whole entire life, right? My whole entire life. I've never been scared like I was when those fires happened. Never. And earthquakes never scared me like that. I've seen our mountains catch fire plenty of times in my whole life. But for some reason, this felt very, very different. And it was very scary. And I know if you're even going through it for the first time or even seeing it, it must be scary. And just know I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you right now. Just come together as a community. That's the best thing to do. Look out for each other, be there for each other. Um, and just know I love you and I'm thinking of you. He deserves to walk on his paws, not his nails. Missy said, I'm in Texas. Wildfires scare me and tornadoes. Tornadoes, yeah, those sound terrifying as well. I don't know. How do people go through that? I mean, it's the same thing, though. You guys wonder how people in California deal with earthquakes. And I feel like at some point, you don't, well, you get used to them, but you don't at the same time. Every once in a while, there's an earthquake that you actually feel and will kind of make you like, whoa, okay, that was longer than usual, or that I could feel it that time. And then sometimes it's just so fast and done and over with so quickly that like you don't even have time to like worry about it, you know? What did Kathy say? Oh, I read that one. All right, you guys, let's keep going. I think I have a few more tweets, and then I want to check her hashtag before we go again. Peach Slick said, Foodie Beauty has been high as balls, sealing, and plotting the next catnap for the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Salah, they're both back doing what they do best, I suppose. Yeah, it's definitely everywhere. Oh my god, Foodie Beauty outgrew her 5X Temu clothes. I'm so glad I didn't pass this. I thought I didn't have any more tweets.
My Temu order came on the day that I was leaving, and nothing fit. Like, so I kept like pretty much nothing. My CPAP items from Temu. My Temu order came on the day that I was leaving, and nothing fit. Like, so I kept like pretty much nothing. My CPAP items from Temu.
The way you could never get that out of me if I outgrew 5X. You know how we used to joke around that she would literally have to start wearing a tent? I guess she better start shopping at REI, Dick's. Where else do they have tents? Sam's Club, Costco? I don't know. Callie Ray said Foodie Beauty was probably high when she fell down the stairs. Probably low tolerance after not using for a while. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Or she was in a hurry to get the food. That cow said we're all going to have to buckle in and prepare ourselves for the final part of the devolution that will be the Canadian version of the last Highland arc, complete with incoherence, incontinence, rages, accusations, name calling, and slurs, ending with an actual end. PI said thanks to barbecue chicken for this reminder of Foodie Beauty calling Canada and the people who live there trash and pieces of trash. Yet she flew there when she needed to be rescued, right? She needs to be bailed out of the situation she got herself in.
Not going to Canada. I'm not stepping near the fucking Western world. We're not going to Canada. We don't want to live there. Okay? It's a shithole. I don't like paying taxes. No, I don't like the government taking all our money. Sorry. There's a lot of people leaving Canada as expats. Do you like paying, if you make $100K a year, do you like paying $35,000 in tax when you still have shit healthcare? And yeah, the cops are useless. What, are you happy with that? They tax the crap out of you. I have free healthcare. I went to a clinic
I do have to say, Canadians do seem very happy.
here. You know what it cost me for medication and treatment? Several forms of treatment? $3. I have no interest in going back there. The feelings I have there compared to here, no. I don't like Canada. I don't have to. You're allowed to like Canada all you want, but I don't. guess what? I'm never going back to Canada. I don't want to even go there. Like, I have so many bad memories there. It's just, no, I'm not going to Canada. Fuck Canada. I have such negative feelings of the people in Canada, like just the biggest trash. I really wish my family didn't have to live in that shithole. And a lot of the people are shit.
Wow. Wow. I wonder how Canadians feel having her back. Yikes. Oh, here's Salah at the Red Room. Tat Von B asked, "Where's your husband, guys?" Wonder Mom said, if Salah had to leave Kuwait and is spending his time in Thailand without his wife, I bet you he finds ways to have fun. Foodie Beauty's husband is banging not only a couch. Our healthcare isn't perfect, but I'm so grateful for it. God bless Canada, Missy said. I saw Bannon, beautiful. Actually, Canadians and Australians seem very happy. Canadians and Australians, they just do. You know, life is good for them over there. PI said, oh, PI shared Smokey from the Toronto Cat Rescue. All right, you guys, I'm going to search the hashtag really, really fast before we go. And then, like I said, if she goes live again today, okay, if she's live for like 6 hours, let's say people leave and I can cover 3 hours of it, I'll come live. Okay, if there's a possible way to do it, I will. Hold on. All right. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There weren't any random 800 numbers. She changed her phone number because she knew she was in trouble, and she knows the tax man is going to go home calling again. Now that she's back in Canada, we already know Chins. No need to lie. Okay, hold on. People are bringing up good points. I'm glad I checked again. She needs money. She's lonely. She's going to be live a lot. Yeah, she does need the money. Addictions are expensive. Food's expensive. Her habits are expensive. So I guess she said she changed her number because of random 800 numbers. Okay, I get spam calls too, but that's why my phone stays on Do Not Disturb. Like, there's no need to change my number because I don't see the calls, you know? Books in Tinfoil for Life said, I think she's paying him to stay quiet. But as soon as the money dries up, he'll talk. Unless he found a new cow. I hope they spill on each other. I need it to be messy. Gabrielle said, we all knew the Kuwait arc would end like this. Chantal deserted Julia. Salah not coming to Canada with her. Chantal leaving someone else to clean up her mess. This is the way Chantal operates. That's true. Everybody always has to clean up her messes. What is this? Chantal the cockroach of Canada? It's insane how much she's gotten away with. Why does this look like a tattoo? This looks like a tattoo Chantal would get of herself. Doesn't it look like it's on skin? Like on somebody's skin who likes to tan? Like my sunspots? I would not get a Foodie Beauty cockroach tattoo. But it's good to know that it's out there and you could get one. The Canadian cockroach with superpowers, Wonder Mom said. She will abuse her family, friends, her organs, and always just get away with it. Her body works without a functioning brain. Her rage, if not fed every few hours, is impressive, and she will hiss at her minions. I hope she's not a flying cockroach, though. Ugh, hold on. I don't like cockroaches. I like bugs in general. I think they're cool. Like, I think praying mantis are really cool. I don't know. There's other bugs I like, I guess. But cockroaches, I could do without. I won't even kill a spider. I won't. Cockroaches, I don't think twice about. Salt and Sass said the Beezers while they waited on her to come back. Oh my gosh. Oh, Legal Mindset is live right now, you guys. I forgot he had a live. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you guys want to go there. I just kind of wanted to see if there was anything we had missed. But I love you guys. If Foodie Beauty goes live today and I can cover it, I promise I will. Thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. I am so happy that we're back in Canada. I'm sure the Canadians aren't very happy. But please just realize, Canadians, we were so bored in Kuwait. And you might not have to put up with her for very long over there, okay? She doesn't look good. She looks like she's been eating more than ever. So just know she won't be a terror or terrorizing you guys for too long, okay? He's just about done. Yeah. Everyone have a great day. Okay, hold on. I want to thank really fast. Nick, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. And Sonata, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. All right, you guys, I'll see you soon. Have a great day, great evening, wherever you are. We're back in Canada. No more Sola, no more crazy frog, no more horrible laugh. It's going to be amazing. Goodbye.